Hey guys, Long Haul Larry, and we are at the ADL shop. I don't have my light and don't have my mic set up with the camera. I'm just doing a quick shoot. But look at what we got here. We got the Grace. We got John's truck in here. And he's actually at home on vacation. His youngest daughter just graduated and went home for the graduation and everything else, and he left his truck here, I think, for the week or whatever he's taken off. And he actually took the maroon truck home, and then we threw his stuff in there, and he took off with that, and he left this one here. The other mechanic has been working on it, doing a bunch of different things on it, trying to get a bunch of things done on it. The boss sent me a list and said he wanted me to do a certain something to it, and a lot of you guys have been after me to do this, so yeah. So yeah, this is look at this. Whee! Because John, his front speakers don't work, and it actually was at Bowman a long time ago. This truck was at Bowman, had the first ELD put in, and his front speakers have been worked since then. And the mechanic that was here said that he had heard that ELDs that were installed over there, that the trucks, then the front speakers, that was a common problem or whatever. And so he's been going through it and trying to figure it out and everything else. And he was here when I got here, and he was just about heading out. He's like, man, I don't know if this truck's ever going to have front speakers. He's got this dash so torn apart. So it is what it is. But turn the key on. If I can turn that one here. And look at this. Look at this. I think that John's truck is the last one to get those lights. So we have put the backup lights on there. That was the boss. He has given me a list of stuff that is beyond crazy for the time that I'm going to be out here. He's all like, yeah, you're here till Thursday, and he gave me a list of stuff for me to do this week. I mean, guys, there's like 3-4 trucks all listed on there. There was like repair all trailers, change oil and stuff, and service like 3 or 4 trailers, organize and clean the whole shop, set up and finish with the service truck. And then oh yeah, and deliver these loads, and oh yeah, I got to run this truck in for an alignment. I'm like, your perception of time and the amount of time it's going to take to do all this is a little bit off. But I'll do what I can. But this was on my list on John's truck to work on this. The other mechanic was in here, and he's like, do you need me to put the dash light together so you can move this out? And I'm like, nope. You do whatever you're doing there, and I'm not going to even step into his pile. There's no way. But we got the lights all working, and we left the top ones on in this one. I did this with one other Volvo. The boss actually was saying, you know, remove those lights and just run the wires down. And I actually didn't see that their lights were up there, to tell you the truth. And I did it the way I did all the rest of the trucks and wired it up to the smaller LEDs in the back and ran the wires all to them and everything. And then I flipped them on, and I was like, ooh, yeah, there's a lot of lights now. 6 lights for backing up. And I guess the boss kind of liked it because he said to leave the square lights on this truck. So I did. So John's got 6 backup lights. So maybe he won't hit any poles behind him. Huh? What do you think? So I just got here. I actually ran over from New Jersey and fought the traffic all the way over here. Got over here this evening. And I just spent, I don't know, an hour and a half or so putting up these lights, running all the wiring and stuff, and I'm done for the day. I think I might work on my own truck, do a little bit of wiring and stuff, but I'm done. I'm done working for the day. I've been up since early this morning, so I think I might do a little bit of, I might pull my truck up to the back of the shop here and just jump in my own truck and do a little bit of wiring that I've been missing, a couple tools that I haven't been able to do it on the road. I might tackle a little bit of that stuff. But otherwise, I am done working for the night. And then I think I'll get up in the morning, and there is piles and piles of boxes. And there's actually a whole pallet over there drums, brakes, just everything to do with the brake system on the trailers. It's a huge pallet. And I'm guessing all of this stuff is supposed to go into the Mr. Hood. And this is stuff I just brought here. It's all the different lights that go into the trailers. And here's all the filters, belts, just everything. You can see it right there. It's a whole pallet of just brake stuff. And looks like Henderson stuff. I don't know what's all in here. I have no idea. Airbags. It's just all kinds of stuff. And I guess he wants all this put into the truck. He wants it all put in there and organized and stuff. So that's probably what I'll end up doing tomorrow. So I'll probably just see you guys tomorrow. And that'd be my day is organizing that truck and then probably going over and maybe doing an oil change or something like that on a trailer or something like that. So I'll catch you guys later. I'm going to do a little bit of work on my own stuff. And then I'm going to go grab a shower and go to bed for tonight. So I'll see you tomorrow. Well, guys, I started to work on the service truck. I started putting some runners up there in the ceiling to hang the new LED lights that I got. And I was going to start doing all the wiring and stuff and start putting away tools. And then there's John's truck. And basically what happened is the other mechanic has been messing with this thing because his front speakers don't work on his radio. I don't think they've worked for like a year or more, maybe. I don't know. He said something to me about it. The boss bought a new radio. I plugged in a new radio. It still didn't work. I'm like, it's got to be some wiring in there. Something's in there. Is all boogered up. And this truck has been here for 10 days. I think John's been off for 10 days. And they still don't have it taken care of. Now they think it's an amplifier. I guess this truck has a built-in amplifier up there in that top cabinet. And they pulled that out today. And I think they're trying to get a new amplifier, plug that in. But he had to go. That mechanic had to leave, he said, to meet somebody. And so he put the dash together and took off running. And I guess nobody decided to look at the brakes. And so looked at the brakes, and I don't know where they, right here's some. Right here's the old brake pads. And I don't know what's going on, but I just redid those brake pads last fall. That's not even a year on those brakes. I don't know what's going on here. I know I've checked over the brake system. Everything is proper on there. Everything's working properly. I'm thinking John is just getting a little bit of a lead foot. Just to show you a comparison here, I'll do a little close up. You can see how thick that is. And sorry about all that. There's a comparison. See all that? All that. They're actually, that's a D.O.T mark. And I'm like, that has to be fixed. And then the shocks need to be changed out. And these shocks are original and they came from the factory, and guess what? They never put anti-seize in these things. In the factory, they don't put anti-seize in anything. So those things are rusted tight. You cannot get that bolt out. So basically what I've been having to do is go through here, rip all the airbags out so I don't light the airbags on fire. And I got to use a torch, and I got to cut that bolt that goes through the shock. Cut it in half just so I can get it out of there. And I have new bolts and everything, and I've been putting new shocks on. You can see the new shocks right here. Sorry about the fan noise if you're hearing that. I can't turn it off, guys. It's so hot out here. It's not even funny. But I've gotten all three done on my last one. I got all the new brakes. You can see them in there, I think. Yeah, you can see them down there. So I got new brakes all the way around and got new shocks all the way around. I'm just working on this last one. It's not fun. I don't know why. It's been here for 10 days and now all of a sudden it's like, oh, John's going to be here tomorrow. Whatever. But I'll get her running for John. I don't want him to have no brakes. So that's what I'm working on. I actually took a break earlier. I had to leave. It was so hot in here. And it's like 11 o'clock at night right now. And I took a temperature reading just before when I walked out to get my camera. I have one of those little hand temperature things. It's 89 degrees in here with this fan running and everything. It's just so hot. I'm getting too old for this. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm going to cut this one out and then tear these brakes apart, replace the brakes, put the wheels back on here, torque everything. And then I know there's going to be an air leak. I know the back airbag where the hose goes in, I know it's leaking. I knew that when I took the airbags out, that when I plugged them back in, there's going to be some that are leaking. It's got those quick connects. They always leak when you take them apart. And that one back there is leaking. So I'll have to fix that up. And then I guess the temperature deal for the rear diff down there, right down there, I guess that is bad or something. I don't know. It's on the board, so I'll change that out too. I'm not even supposed to be working on trucks. I'm supposed to be working on a service truck, but we got to take care of John, I guess. It's a torch! Ah. All right, got our brake backed off. Let's give her a whack. Free up our drum. Well, he's got a wheel seal leaking. Just to show you guys. You can kind of see it. It's just getting, I'm sorry about the light, but it's just getting a little damp around the seal there. You see that oil, just a little bit of oil? It's not like that other one, but you can see how it had some oil on that brake there. That brake's got about 1/8 of an inch till the D.O.T. mark. The other one is already at it. That brake pad over there is already at the D.O.T. The D.O.T. mark is right here. Sorry, my light went out. But you can see this. See that little line right there? See that line on the brake pad? Once the brake pad hits that line, that's your D.O.T. mark. Has to be changed. And I'll show you the reason why. It's because of these rivets. See, these rivets are going to start bottoming out, and it's going to grind the heads off the rivets, and then the pads break right off. And then you lose your brakes. So that D.O.T. line, and once it hits that D.O.T. line, that's when you change them. If it goes below that, it'll start hitting your rivets, and then that starts gouging up your brake drums. So it's very important. So if you just, all you got to do is just glance inside there, and you look for this little line right here. Right on the brake pad. And if you're getting close to that, you work for somebody else to say, hey, I'm an 1/8 inch off, 1/4 inch off the D.O.T. Just kind of give them a friendly reminder and stuff, you know, so they know what's happening. But yeah, you can see the wetness, the oil here. It's just started leaking. So it's a good thing we got it. But I think it's going to be a problem because I know John is showing up tomorrow. And so it's going to be a pain in the butt. But oh well. Life goes on. But I'm out of here. I'm going to go grab a shower, put some things away here, go grab a shower, and I am going to bed. See ya. Well, guys, we are all done. We are all done. I just got to put the chrome back on. I got to torque this one yet too. But we are done. So now I guess that I'm supposed to run over and do inspections on all the trailers. I guess, well, I might get back here and might actually get to work on the service truck a little bit. We'll see. Get to start organizing, doing stuff. But John is on his way. I actually just ran to Hagerstown, bought a bunch of supplies. I've got a whole big box full of plastic Volvo parts. And an amplifier for John's truck. He has not had front speakers in this truck forever. And the problem is I have we thought, well, maybe the radio, something with the radio. So I changed out the radio one time. The boss bought a new radio. Pulled it out, plugged it in, still nothing. So I told him it's got to be something in the wiring going all in there. Well, these Volvos are all special. And they have amplifiers and subwoofers built into these things. And so yesterday, through research and everything else, the other mechanic and the boss decided that maybe the amplifier is a problem. So they ripped the amplifier out. And you can see how many pins goes in there. It's so crazy. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's the same. The amplifier is unplugged, and the sound sounds exactly the same in the back when it was plugged in. So I don't know what it's amplifying. But what the mechanic was saying was we should pull out another amplifier out of another Volvo and just plug it in and see if it works. Then the boss just went and ordered one. So I just ran and got it, and I guess the other mechanic's going to be coming in here, and it just goes up in that cabinet up there and just plugs in. And see if that fixes his problem. Everything is done on the list except for oil change to the APU, which I told the boss. He said, well, when you get back, you can do that. I'm like, that's silly. Why do an oil change on the APU when he says 2 weeks he's bringing the truck back in for oil change? I don't know why he just doesn't do the oil change now. But he said 2 weeks it's coming back in for an oil change. And I said, well, then do the oil change on the APU at that time. You know, do it all at one time. Why you gotta mess around with all this stuff? Just do everything in one shot. I don't know why it's just not being done now. 2 weeks, big deal. But that's the way he's doing it. So I guess John is on his way over. I'm just gonna clean up my mess here a little bit from tearing apart the whole rear end of this truck. And the other mechanic will come in here, and I guess he'll put in an amplifier. And then John called me and said he's on his way from New Jersey and wants to know if he can come in here and swap his trucks. Yep. So that's what I'm going to get started on. So I just got to clean up my mess. I'm going to torque this other wheel quick, put the chrome all back on. And then clean up my mess. And then I think I'm just going to run over and do an inspection on the other trailers. Make a list of what needs to be done, and then I think I'm gonna come back here tonight and work on the service truck. Try to get some of this lighting, wiring done, stuff like that. So I think that's the plan. Might even have to go for a ride on a bike too. It looks like it needs to be ridden. So I'm gonna catch you guys later. I hope everybody out there is having themselves a great day, great night as they're watching this here video. And if they're not, well, certainly just try that all over again tomorrow. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.